Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. We're still here in Hiroshima. We're at the CS. This is the top 4 game and we've got something pretty special. We've got a Blackbeard mirror. I've never watched a Blackbeard mirror. I don't know how. I've just never seen one. I haven't played much Blackbeard myself. I've played against Blackbeard a lot, but not played much Blackbeard myself. So it'd be really interesting to see how this goes. I've got no idea how this matchup plays out. The first Blackbeard player does have the stage, a finger gun, Shiryu, Doc Q and Van Auger. That combo is really nice, the Doc Q Van Auger combo. That's a classic. Stage, probably pretty useful in a mirror, I'd imagine, to guarantee you see those big Blackbeards. I feel like those big Blackbeards are going to be really instrumental in this game. Pretty hard for any of these players to remove the Blackbeards. They'd need like Laboon and Van Auger. And from the other player, we do see the Van Auger Doc Q yet again. We also see a This Is My Age, a Blackbeard, 10 cost, and a Laboon. So, slightly different hands. One player has the stage, one player has a Blackbeard already guaranteed. And also a This Is My Age can be pretty nice. I think the, what's he called? The Jesus Burgess, sorry, is going to be pretty important in this matchup. Although I believe he can be removed by the Black Hole event, which could be pretty cool. That negates all characters' effects before you KO, which is pretty cool. Looks like this Blackbeard player is going to be going first. Plays down the stage, use the stage, ditch the finger gun, and he's going to look at the top 3. You do see a Jiz Burgess grab there. Pretty nice. I didn't see what the other 2 cards were. One was a stronger. I'm going to slow this game down a bit. These guys are playing pretty quick. We'll go at 1.25. And the other Blackbeard player does draw another This Is My Age, so we could start seeing these come out. Filter through the deck, pretty nice here. And we do see Finger Gun, Lafitte, and Van Auger. Going to see the Lafitte grab. Pretty nice. And then we'll see another one for the second This Is My Age. And we'll see Stronger, Lafitte, and Finger Gun. Be interesting to see if he just grabs more Lafitte to keep cycling through this deck. I think those 10 cost Blackbeards are going to be the most important cards in this matchup. Side note, I love this Magellan Don. This Magellan Don is beautiful. These gold Dons are wonderful. I'm so excited that they've made these high rarity Dons. Really cool. He's thinking about his grab. Going to grab the second Lafitte, looks like. Ditching the finger gun and the stronger. Obviously can't grab the finger gun anyway. That's not a Blackbeard Pirates card. That is CP9, I believe. CP something. And we do... Oh, he's got all Magellan Don. Beautiful. I like this guy. This guy's Dons are really cool. Looks like we are going to see the stage tap, ditching the Van Auger. So what we're going to grab here, we get a finger gun, a stage, or a Van Auger. Likely just the Van Auger. Don't think we need the stage. We've already got one of those. And the finger gun can't be grabbed, as we've just gone over. 3 Don here. It doesn't have a lot to do, I suppose. Could play out the Shiryu. And we do see the Shiryu come down. So Shiryu is a Don X1 when attacking. You trash 2, then draw 2. There's a bit of a cycle. Not super crazy. A lot worse than the blue Mihawk 2K, who is a draw 2, trash 2. You have to trash first with Shiryu. But, you know, I'm excited to see it. I've never seen anyone play Shiryu down before. So it's pretty cool to see. A little bit awkward for him to remove on the 4-Don turn, unless he wants to go with something like a finger gun. It doesn't look like he has it. We do see 5 at lead, grabbing a This Is My Age trigger. Grabs another Jesus Burgess. Very nice. No Jesus Burgess in the hand of the other Blackbeard player on the left. So we'll see what they grab. Maybe play out the stage, or maybe some of these Lafittes. Potentially the Shiryu coming down was mostly just anticipating the onslaught of Lafitte. We do see the stage tap, ditching maybe the, looks like the Doc Q. He's got 2 of those, I believe. That's fine. We do see Burgess, Black Hole, and Stronger. I think that one cost is either the Lafitte or Stronger. Looks like it might be Lafitte, actually. So we're going to grab the Jesus Burgess. Not opting for the Black Hole. I think the Black Hole is pretty interesting if that does work how I thought it does. But you can remove the Jesus Burgess effect and then KO it. But maybe I'm misunderstanding that one. We do see the Lafitte come down. Looks like he's on a stronger. There's a black hole in there. There's a Van Auger. We do get the black hole. I think that's pretty cool. And I can hear the commentators. I don't speak Japanese. I heard them talking about Jesus Burgess. So I think they are agreeing with me that you can use black hole to get rid of Jesus Burgess. And we see another Lafitte come down. Pretty nice there. This Blackbeard player is going to draw to 5. Draws a... What is that? What is that? That's a VV. I don't know. Is that just a blocker? Kono Kado. I think the trigger is play this card, which is pretty cool. I've not seen VV in Blackbeard before. Wow, interesting. What a time to be alive. Spicy Blackbeard. It looks like he's eyeing up that big Blackbeard off the stage. Did ditch the Van Auger. I think that's sensible. There's not much to remove in these Blackbeard mirrors. It's kind of weird. Does grab the big Blackbeard. Got the wanted art. That's pretty cool. I love these wanted poster cards. They look so much nicer than the old wanted poster cards. And especially the Blackbeard one, I think looks pretty nice. Although I do like the alt art Blackbeard as well. One thing that I haven't commented on that I probably should is it's quite funny because they both Blackbeard. They're both vanilla leaders. There's no reason to ditch cards for the on-plays. This is like the one time you'll see Blackbeard with a lot of cards in his hand and able to counter hits, which is pretty interesting. You're going to see one Don attached to the Shiryu. And likely to see a ditch here. Looks like he's eyeing up the Doc Q and the Stronger. And we do see that come in. 5 at the feet. Trashing Stronger and Doc Q. Makes sense. Get 2 new ones off the top. See if we can find some more of them Blackbeards. You get a Finger Gun and a 3rd Jesus Burgess. That's pretty good. We do see 5 at life. The feet obviously goes down. No way we're countering 5 on 1. He's thinking about whether he wants to counter this one. I think he can safely give him the Laboon here. I don't think the Laboon is terribly important. Could also go with the Van Auger though. But he takes, it's fine. And we do see a Finger Gun trigger. Pretty cool. Trashing a Laboon and a Stronger. Getting rid of the Shiryu. Then we see 4 for Jesus Burgess. So it will be interesting if we see the Blackbeard player on the left tap out 4 Don to play out the Black Hole to get rid of the Jesus Burgess. They're on 6 Don, that is. They can do 1 for the Feet Search, 4 for the Black Hole, and then maybe just 1 to swing 6. We are going to see the stage come out first. Maybe ditching the Laboon. We do see the Laboon ditch. I think that makes sense. Let's see what we've got for 3. I can't see them. There was a 2 cost in there, presumably a Doc Q. I think there was a 1 cost. Probably a Stronger. We've seen a lot of Lafitte. He's thinking. There's a Lafitte. Oh, it's a Vasco shot. Is that 2 Vasco? That's 2 Vasco shots and a Lafitte, I think. He's flicking through those cards very quickly. Yep, 2 Vasco shots and a Lafitte. Likely to see the... Looks like we're going to see the Lafitte grab. He really valuing these Lafitte. Which, I get it. You get so much value out of this. So he's going to go 1 Don for Lafitte Search. Really nice play here. Do see a Blackbeard. I imagine he's going to take that. Yeah, nothing else crazy in there. An event, a Doc Q, a stage. Yeah, nothing you want there. The Blackbeard definitely going to be a very important card in this matchup. We do see 5 at leader. And the right hand Blackbeard is going to play this. 2 Blackbeards. What a nightmare to commentate. And just a Shiryu off the life. No crazy triggers there. So I imagine we're going to see 1 for the feet and 4 for Black Hole come out. Get rid of Jesus Burgess. Yep, 4 for Black Hole, negate Jesus Burgess, and get rid of him. Very nice. You don't often see that negate come up, but against Jesus Burgess and against Borsellino as well. Really nice card, that Black Hole, event. And we do indeed see the Lafitte come down. So, the Blackbeard player on the right has drawn his 4th Jesus Burgess. Jesus Burgess seems pretty good in this matchup, I can't lie. We are going to see the stage come out, ditching the Finger Gun. Hopefully start seeing some more big Blackbeards for the player on the right. We just see a This Is My Age grab here. Can't grab Laboon or Finger Gun. Yep, just grab the This Is My Age. Keep it nice and fit, nice and fast. Then we've got, how many Don have we got left? We've got 7 Don left. So we can do one for This Is My Age pretty safely, and then maybe drop a Jesus Burgess. Looks like it's going to be Lafitte. I don't believe the event can grab itself. They tend to not be able to do that. 5 at Lafitte. Lafitte goes down. Very nice. And we'll see 1 for Lafitte of our own. I wonder if we'll see some Lafitte on Lafitte violence coming into the next turn. Or if we'll just see the Blackbeard leader swing in. I didn't see what those were. Laboon, there's a Blackbeard in there. There's a big Blackbeard. There's also a Black Hole, I think. Be interesting to see what they prioritize. Both of those cards seem really good in this matchup. I imagine the Blackbeard's probably slightly better, but if you're fearing Jesus, then the Black Hole is the obvious take. Definitely not going to be grabbing the VV, the Van Augur, or the Laboon. Looks like they are going with the Black Hole. Pretty good. Pretty good if the player on the left chooses to play out with Jesus Burgess on the next turn. Going to be able to get rid of that very easily. And we do see Jesus Burgess coming down for the Blackbeard player on the right. Keeping it simple. Very nice. And pass. So we draw Laboon for turn. Not very good. Laboon pretty useless in this matchup. We are on 8 Dons. We could go double Jesus. That's not too bad. We will ditch the Laboon with the stage. See what we grab here. We're going to grab... What's this Is My Age or stage. Obviously get the This Is My Age here. Miles better card. Once you've got one stage, you don't want to see any more. Although you can just trash it for stage effect. So one thing that's pretty interesting, I wasn't aware until fairly recently. Blackbeard's leader effect, whilst you're obviously not planning to use it a ton in a matchup like this, is not once per turn. And while we're talking about this, it looks like Lafitte is swinging into Lafitte, which is pretty cool. A bit of Lafitte on Lafitte violence. See if he chooses to counter this one. That could be pretty interesting. But going back to what I was saying, the Blackbeard's leader effect is not once per turn. So if you've got like a bunch of Jesus Burgess on the board, you can just pile all your cards into the trash to power up your Jesus Burgess, which is pretty cool. And he does let the feet go. I think that's sensible. We do see 5 at life. Going to ditch the VV. At least I presume that's VV. It looks like it. And then we do see double Jesus come down. Is going to be able to remove one of those with the Black Hole. But then the Jesus is going to start attacking each other. This is a pretty interesting matchup. I'm enjoying this one a lot. I hope you can tell. I've not seen Blackbeard mirror before. But this is pretty cool. And again, I love this guy's Don. Guy's Don is beautiful. This Magellan Don is one of my favourites from the set. I'm personally buying Rebecca Don. I think they're really clean, the Rebecca Don. Really nice. Managed to get my hands on 5 so far. Once they all come in the mail. But hoping to get another 5 soon enough. And we do see the Blackbeard player on the right at 9 Don. So the first Blackbeard blocker to come down will be for the player on the left. It looks like we're asking how many Strongers in trash. Don't know why we care about Stronger. But yeah, luckily these Blackbeard players are lining up their trash in groups of 4. At least the player on the left is. The player on the right, not so much. We do see another Blackbeard blocker in there. That's pretty nice. Also see a Black Hole. Might be on up the Black Hole to help get rid of some of these Jesuses. We could actually see double Black Hole come out to just get rid of all these Jesus Burgess. That would be pretty powerful. But he's thinking about the Blackbeard because he's already bottom decked one of the Blackbeards. The other 2 are in hand, so he'd be committing mostly to a game with only 2. Though you could probably cycle these decks actually between the Lafitte's, the stage, the This Is My Age. You're drawing so many cards. You could probably cycle back to the first Blackbeard that he bottom decked. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Black Hole come down and just double remove these Jesus Burgess. That's pretty powerful going into his first Blackbeard blocker turn. And yeah, we do see the Black Hole grab. I think that's really smart from the player on the right. Able to remove both of these Jesus Burgess is so good. And we do see 5 into Lafitte. He's counting how many are in there. I'm going to pause because I can. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17. So Jesus is currently 9k for both players. Looks like we're going to see 10k at leader. There's no countering this one. No hope in hell. And we do see a Shiryu? And we do see Black Hole, get rid of one Jesus. And Black Hole, get rid of the other Jesus. Jesus, unlike the Jesus from the Bible, cannot come back from the dead. He's gone now. until Kuzan comes out. Have you guys seen that 5-cost Kuzan card? That card looks crazy. Blackbeard getting buffed, and that's a major buff as well. That card's so good for the consistency of this deck. I'm scared. I'm honestly scared. Blackbeard tier 0, set 10. Wait and see. We do see the stage ditching a Doc Q. The board's getting pretty cluttered. Hopefully they clean up this board a bit in a minute. Looks like, I think there's a Blackbeard blocker in there. I can't tell what that is. Oh, it's Bartolomeo. That's an interesting tech. That's definitely not mandatory in the deck. Interesting to see that over the VV that the player on the right's playing. But I've not seen the VV before at all, so pretty cool seeing some of these lists. I've got no idea who's in the lead right now. I've got no idea. What a time to be alive. 3 Blackbeards on the left, I believe, to 2 on the right. Yeah, 3 Blackbeards on the left, 2 on the right, 1 more Jesus on the left, 1 more Jesus on the right. A lot more cards in hand for the player on the left. Looks like we are going to see 5. Probably have to take this one. Don't love giving up the Shiryu here, but he might choose to anyway. And looks like we are going to see the ditch of the Shiryu. Maybe he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. It's an interesting decision because if you go down to 2, you're kind of in danger. But if you go down another card in hand, it's going to be really hard to try and defend the Jesus Burgess in a couple of turns' time. We do see the Shiryu ditch on that 5k swing and the big Blackbeard denying Jesus Burgess from attacking. So I wonder if we'll just see another Blackbeard come down in return. Don't think there's many other plays that Blackbeard can just deny Blackbeard from attacking. That can't attack, sir. You can definitely stage ditching Doc Q, presumably. No, gonna ditch the Jesus? That's interesting. I feel like the Doc Q is a better ditch there, but who knows? Who am I to say? Grabs the Shiryu. Nice 2k. Just cycling the deck, get back to those 10-cost Blackbeards, I think is what he's thinking. And we do see the big Blackbeard come down, deny the Blackbeard from attacking. He's going to turn that upside down. And he also denies the effects as well, which is pretty cool. So then it can't block, which is pretty cute. And we will see the stage come out first. Probably ditching the Laboon. Yep, there's the Laboon ditch. See if we can find more Blackbeards. There's the 4th Blackbeard. That seems pretty important. That seems pretty important. 4 Blackbeards is crazy, especially compared to just 2 for the player on the right. Choosing to bottom deck those Blackbeards. I wonder if that will come back to haunt him. But he doesn't take it. He just takes the stronger. Interesting. That is interesting. Not sure what to make of that. Anyway, we are going to see another Blackbeard come down. Blackbeard denying Blackbeard from attacking and negating the effect. And then we'll swing in 5. Imagine we see the Doc Q ditch here. Yep, we do see the Doc Q ditch. Very nice. And Jesus Burgess can attack once more. But we do have 2 blocker Blackbeards, so that's going to get blocked. We'll probably see another Blackbeard come down here. Does look like the mid and early game was really interesting in this game. But it does look like the end game is sort of a bit of a Blackbeard blocker fest, which is quite amusing. How many cards are in trash? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 16, 22. So Jesus is a 10k? I think that's 22. Yeah, 10k Jesus. Not big enough to get around the Blackbeard blocker. We do see the ditch on the Lafitte. What's he got there? Just a stronger. It doesn't need any stages. Definitely doesn't need those. Stronger 2k, not too shabby. Interesting to see if we see the Blackbeard leader swing. I imagine we will see a counter on that one, probably with the Shiryu, keeping the blocker available for the Jesus. Yep, 5. Gonna see a... Okay, gives us the Jesus. That's fine too. Yep, Blackbeard comes down, denying one of those Blackbeards from attacking or blocking. Not going to swing with Jesus. Very smart play there from the player on the right. So we got 2 Blackbeards on either side. We do have a 3rd one for the player on the left, which is very amusing. Play on the right is out of Blackbeards, but it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this game goes. How many cards are in the player on the left discard? We got 4, 8, 12, 16, 21. So about the same. So again, another 10k Jesus if Jesus was to come on the board. Not currently. Gonna see the stage ditching. Interesting. He's eyeing up the Jesus. I feel like he ditched the events, but maybe he really wants to get around to that last Blackbeard again. We will see the search here. Maybe eyeing up the black hole to remove the Jesus. That could be pretty nice. Play out black hole and Jesus of your own. Pretty interesting. Looks like we are going to see the black hole grab. I wonder if we use that on this turn to just remove the Jesus. Playing out Jesus of your own could be pretty cool. We're going to see 5 at 5. Interesting to see what he does here. Goes with the shitty ditch. Makes sense to me. 1 card, 3 life. Interesting position. Do we see 10 for Blackbeard, or are we going to see something else? So you could do 4 for Black Hole, get rid of Jesus. Looks like we're going to see 12 now. He'll just take this one. Makes sense, keep it simple. Oh, and there's the VV! The VV blocker tech! It's crazy, it's crazy. Blackbeard is going to target, presumably, one of the Blackbeards. And there's that VV blocker. So yeah, my Japanese was just good enough to work out this says play this card. That coming out of life, pretty nice. I imagine, I don't know what that Blackbeard targeted. I'm imagining it's one of the Blackbeards. Does draw a stronger for turn, that's not very good. So likely to see a lot of swings here. I wonder if he'll try and take out the Blackbeard blocker. That would be quite interesting. We'll ditch the stronger, of course, though, first. Laboon, stage, and... was that another Laboon? I'm not sure. But either way, we took the stage. Pretty bad. There's been the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals, possibly ever. Trading a 2k for a terrible stage. But yeah, I wonder if we'll see him swing into this Blackbeard. Try and clear it. The player on the left does have 2 2ks in hand. Does also have the black hole event, which will be pretty nice for getting rid of the Jesus on the next turn. This is 15. This is 15. 15 at Blackbeard. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. I wonder if he'll just let it go. He can counter 2k 2k. He does have it. But then these Blackbeards can swing into it, and then it starts getting tricky. Well, there's only one Blackbeard can swing. Interesting. If he'd ditched the This Is My Age event with the stage instead of the Burgess, he'd actually be able to counter out of this and then the Blackbeard swing. Which is pretty interesting. Jesus on the right is now up to 11k. As long as my math hasn't gone too crazy wrong. I believe he was at 10 last turn. He ditched another couple cards, so he's at 11 now. Jesus on the left, I think they're all gone, so it doesn't really matter. Looks like he is eyeing up the double 2s. Oh, he's torn. It's a tough decision. Tough decision. He's gonna let it go. Big Blackbeard's gone. One Blockbeard. Hey, why not Blockbeard? I kind of like it. That's a funny name. Anyway. Likely to see the black hole come down this turn, getting rid of that Jesus Burgess. I imagine that VV is going to block something this turn as well. But we'll see. Could see 1 here. Just to see the stage first. Ditching the This Is My Age event. We do see 3 here. Got a Vasco shot, a Van Auger, and a Shiryu. Vasco shot seems good. Vasco's shot does seem good to help him deal with the swings on the clapback. This is the point in the game where you really want to see like a finger gun or something for the player on the right to get rid of the Vasco shot. Gonna see, what's this, 7 leader. Keeping his options open. Can either go big aggro. If he blocks with one of these Blackbeards, he can then redirect the attacks into the Blackbeard. And he's still got, this is 8 Don, right? So he can still do the Black Hole to get rid of the Jesus. Makes sense for me. We do see a Doc Q there, so could do a stronger Doc Q combo on the next turn to get rid of the Vasco shot, should it come down. We do see 2 come in for the Vasco shots himself. And just a pass there. Thinking? Not sure what the debate is here. Not sure what we're discussing. Maybe he didn't think he'd passed, but he did pass. He indicated pass to me anyway. But we'll see. We'll see what the player on the right draws for a turn. Going to go with the stage, ditching the stage. Brilliant ditch there. Ah, we've hit time. That's what the discussion was. We've hit time and they've got 5 minutes of added time. I don't actually know if the rules on time in the East are the same as in the West. In the West, we get 5 minutes or 3 turns, no matter whichever comes first. So I'm not sure if they do it the same. Could just be 3 turns, and they might have the 5 minute limit. We haven't seen a refresh on the timer. Either way, this game's pretty close to being over. I think both these players very low life. So we're playing a game of chicken with the Blackbeards, but that's quite amusing. We do see 7 here, maybe coming for the leader. We do have the Black Hole to get rid of Vasco shot, which is quite nice. Yeah, we could see 7 come out first, and then 4 for Black Hole, and then something like 14-14 with the Blackbeards. And then it would depend what the player on the left does. It is interesting when you get to these board states. There's been other decks that have done this in the past, where you just sort of develop this game of chicken, where you both got loads of big characters. NL mirrors sometimes go like this, where you've got loads of aces and Yamatos, and you're too scared to swing, because if you swing, then they swing into your characters and you just lose. It's always funny. I wonder what we will see. Looks like he's not committing to the 7. I think if they had, both these players had taken more Blackbeards, could have been interesting. But either way, we're going to see 7 come in. See what the player on the left wants to do here. Maybe see the ditch of the double Shiryu. Unsure. Tough to say. This VV blocker coming off the trigger was really impactful for the Blackbeard player. Can't lie, that was pretty cool. And looks like we do see the take on that one. We see a Van Walger come down. So, player on the right, definitely eyeing up something like 16-16. I'm not sure about that one. I feel like we'd be going 4 for Black Hole, and I don't know. Definitely 4 for Black Hole. And from there it gets tricky. Get rid of the Vasco shot, clear him out of there. And yeah, from there it's tricky, because you've only got, if you swing with your blockers, the player on the left can just go for game, because you've got no blockers left. Especially if he was to have a Black Hole, which he doesn't currently have any removal for this VV. But you never know, could get something off the stage. Can ditch one of these Shiryus. But we'll see. Bit of a longer game. Screen's going a bit fuzzy. Let's pause and play. Try and clear that up. Very nice. Yep, we're deep in the tank. Sorry this is taking a while. Very tough call here for the player on the right. I hope he's not trying to game the timer if there is a 5-minute timer. But you never know, really, in these high-stakes matches. Black Hole coming out, getting rid of the Vasco shots. And just a 16 at life. I imagine we'll just see a take here. Unless this is the last turn of the game. I'm not sure. The time rules are really potentially going to come into play here, which is a bit of a shame. I do think a top 4, top 8. I do think these top cut games really shouldn't have a timer for best of 1. It's pretty crazy. Like, these games aren't taking that long. I think you could just give them as much time as they need to resolve the game properly. But I imagine we'll see the take here. We do see the take. Gets a Mon Chéri. Pretty interesting. I imagine he's got to be looking for a way to get rid of this VV blocker. The Mon Cherie can only grab characters, I think. Can I read it? Oh. It might be able to grab events. I'm not sure. I need to check my Mon Cherie knowledge. Because it gets 3 to 5. There she is again. She's back. If the Blackbeard player can remove this VV, I think they're in a pretty good spot. Only 4k counter in the player on the right's hand. Got 2 massive swings of 12. One of them can obviously be blocked by the blocker Blackbeard. But yeah, I think it's just going to come down to how efficiently the player on the left can remove this VV. Because if he's just swinging, then it's very simple. You go block, block, take. Something like that. There's no rush in these Blackbeard decks. I think anything but removal of this VV is a mistake. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe I'm missing something. We do see 7. We do see the counter from hand. You see the counter from hand. Maybe we take it slow, go another turn. Man Cherie comes down, gonna grab that. Grabbing back Jesus Burgess. Sending 2 black holes to the bottom of the deck, so I'm presuming that can't grab an event in that case, which is a bit of a bummer. No way to remove the VV here, unfortunately. Interesting that he didn't go with the stage. And we do just see Jesus Burgess and Vasco Shot come down. Do we want a stage? We're thinking about it. No, we don't. Pass over to the player on the right. So that's pretty interesting. We do see a lot of guys on the board. I've got no idea how big this Jesus is. I've got to assume it's at least 12. Looks like this is 8, 16, 24. 24, so yeah, 12k Jesus Burgess on the left. That Man Cherie coming in, doing a lot of work. And the Vasco Shot blocker as well. And we've still got a lot of counter in hand. We've got 7k. It'll be really hard for the Blackbeard player on the right to go for game. 3 blockers. That's crazy. And we do see the Van Auger grab off the stage, ditching the 10 cost Blackbeard. I think it is a little bit late for 10 cost Blackbeard, sadly. But will be interesting here to see what happens. Can go Van Auger Doc Q to remove the Vasco Shot, but that seems really, really bad. That seems really bad. Would leave him with 3 Don to swing 8, and that's never going through. Not with 4 cards. Not with 4 cards. We are going to see 8 leader. He's keeping his options open. Just going to take the free block with the Blackbeard. I think that's sensible. It's just one of those situations. If the Blackbeard player on the right swings with the Blackbeards, the player on the left can go straight back and just get game. Guaranteed. Easy. But we could challenge him now. We are going to see 8 with VV. We do get double 2Ks there. Very nice. That will be the game. If these Blackbeards want to swing, it just gets blocked by Vasco Shot. And then blocked with 1K and Blackbeard. Just going to pass. This will be the last turn of the game for the Blackbeard player on the left. This has been a bumper edition, this game. This has been a journey. We do see 9 at lead. This is a guaranteed hit or block. And then we've got so many more attackers. We can even attack with Vasco Shot if it comes to it. And we do see the take, grabbing the Laboon. 12 into 12. And we just see the block. 12 into 12. Get the block. Jesus Burgess coming in with the win. What a journey. What an experience. Shout out to both of these Blackbeard players. That was a game and a half. Wow. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Well played to both of these players, and I'll see you in the finals.